Hello my dear friends, welcome to my channel Dey Sir's Chemistry Coaching. So today topic is Grignard reagent. One question is fixed in your entrance exam as well as some very important conceptions maybe are there in the questions. So please do understand Grignard reagent and you will learn new topics from here. So you know that Grignard reagents are organometallic compounds. They are organometallic compounds in which carbon is covalently bonded with magnesium or zinc. So Grignard reagents are organometallic compound in which carbon is bonded with very active metals such as magnesium, zinc. This is covalent bond. Their general formula are MgX. R is the alkyl group such as methyl, ethyl, propyl, etc. And R may be phenyl or aryl group such as benzene ring C6H5 or benzene ring. Remember it, when any Grignard reagent dissociates, dissociation occurs in this place. You know that this is a carbon of alkyl or phenyl group attached to magnesium, as carbon being non-metal has more electronegativity. So whenever the bond breaks, the alkyl or aryl group or phenyl group possesses negative charge and magnesium possesses positive charge. Remember it. So here you get carb anion is formed. So what are Grignard reagents? Grignard reagents are organometallic compounds in which carbon is covalently bonded with active metals such as magnesium or zinc. They have general formula R, MgX. R is the alkyl group, methyl, ethyl, propyl, isobutyl, neopentyl, tertiary butyl, anything. Or R may be phenyl, or sometimes you know that phenyl called aryl group, that's the benzene ring. Whenever benzene releases one hydrogen, that's called phenyl or aryl group. This is the introduction of Grignard reagent. Now see how Grignard reagent is prepared, and from the preparation of Grignard reagent I have seen question in JEEMAINS as well as NEET. So preparation of Grignard reagent. Any alkyl or aryl halide when reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether, sometimes you have seen the reaction facilitates in presence of tetrahydrofuran. It's nothing, it's a solvent, tetrahydrofuran. Exam, there is no question regarding tetrahydrofuran. And you get Grignard reagent R, MgX. For example, if you consider methyl chloride reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether, you get methyl magnesium chloride. It is methyl magnesium chloride. Methyl magnesium chloride. Similarly, if you consider chlorobenzene or bromobenzene or iodobenzene, when reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether, you get phenyl magnesium chloride. It is called phenyl. You know that when benzene is attached to anything, then the species is called phenyl magnesium chloride. Instead of chloride, it may be iodide, it may be bromide. Instead of chloride, it may be iodide, it may be bromide. But remember it, their reactivity, the reactivity of halides differ. The most reactive is iodide. Alkyl iodide is more reactive than bromide, more reactive than chloride. Remember it, the reactivity of alkyl or aryl halide is iodide is more reactive than bromide, bromide is more reactive than chloride, because due to larger size of iodine, it easily releases. That's the bond breaks easily. So I think you understand. Now the entrance question will come. First entrance question: what is the application of dry ether here? Second entrance question: why Grignard reagent should be prepared in anhydrous condition? That the two entrance question. Listen now. These are introduction. I don't think you will get question from the introduction, but I have seen questions from preparations. Now the first question is, what is the role of dry ether? What is the role of dry ether? Say C2H5O. That is diethyl ether. Any ether, okay? Diethyl ether. During the formation of Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. Options are there. I don't give options, okay? Directly listen the answer. Remember it, Grignard reagent is prepared in anhydrous condition, that is in absence of moisture. During its preparation, if any minute amount of moisture enters into the mixture, Grignard reagent reacts with moisture or water to form hydrocarbon. Next question I will discuss. Listen. When Grignard reagent is already formed, then the ether is coordinated. The ether is coordinated with Grignard reagent. The ether is coordinated with Grignard reagent. Okay, ether is coordinated with Grignard reagent. That's why magnesium or the Grignard reagent cannot react with moisture. So listen, ether blocks the magnesium to further react with moisture. This is a tetrahedral complex, okay? This is a tetrahedral solid. So as soon as ether is formed, Grignard reagent is formed, ether coordinated with the magnesium and blocks magnesium for further reaction with moisture, because you know that Grignard reagent is prepared in absence of moisture. Now the question is, if moisture enters into the Grignard reagent, what will happen? If moisture enters into the Grignard reagent, what will happen? Okay. Now you know the question. This is the very important questions, and as well as this is the important question for entrance for your time. Why Grignard reagent is prepared in absence of moisture. Why Grignard reagent is prepared in absence of moisture? Actually, remember it, in presence of moisture, Grignard reagent reacts with water to form hydrocarbon. That is, you never get Grignard reagent. So Grignard reagent reacts with moisture to form hydrocarbon. That is, you never get Grignard reagent. Okay, it changes to another compound, and I have seen lots of question in previous year's exam. So listen, for example, this is the entrance question I have seen. Say this is Grignard reagent in presence of moisture. Write this way, okay, practice this way. This is water. Now just break it. Just break it. Attach the hydrogen here. Listen now. Always attach the hydrogen of the moisture or water with the carbon which is attached to magnesium. Break it. So you get the product CH3, CH3, CH. This is like this, okay? This is like this, CH2. So you get propane. Plus byproduct is no need. Still, if you want to write, Mg has divalency, OH and Cl. That is, you get hydrocarbon here if moisture enters. This is the technique. This is the technique. See the another example that I have seen in JEEMAINS as well as NEET. Now see the another example. They have given the reaction and tell what is the product formed. Okay. See the another example. Example 2. Mg beer plus moisture, what happens? Now you know that whenever this type of question will arise during your practice at home, write water in this way and break it. Just the carbon which is attached to magnesium, break it, and with this carbon attach the hydrogen. With this carbon, the carbon which is attached to magnesium, attached hydrogen here. So you get the product. Okay, the product is, this is the product. Now the product is benzene. You get benzene. Byproduct, you know, Mg, OH, Br. This is benzene you get. So I think you understand it. Now chemical properties of Grignard reagents are very important. Okay, see the most important questions from previous years, including IIT Advanced. Okay. Now the question is, this is cyclic ether. Listen, the very important questions. Okay, this is cyclic ether. This is a type of cyclic ether. When it reacts with Grignard reagent, any Grignard reagent, say it is methyl magnesium chloride, followed by acid hydrolysis. Acid hydrolysis is a must in most of the Grignard reagents reactions. This is question number A and this is question number B. Now this is also cyclic ether. Same thing, this is also a cyclic ether. Reacts with Grignard reagents. It may be chloride, it may be bromide, it may be iodide, it may be any Grignard reagent, followed by acid hydrolysis, what will happen? Listen, what is the difference between the two ether? This is symmetrical ether because the carbons contain same number of hydrogen atoms. This is unsymmetrical ethers because the carbon attached to oxygen contains different number of hydrogen atoms. This is called, it has name ethylene oxide or epoxide, EPOXID, epoxide or oxyrene. This is called methyl epoxide. This is called methyl epoxide. This is called methyl epoxide. Now remember it, when a cyclic ether, in most of the cases when cyclic ether reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get 1 degree alcohol. You get primary or 1 degree alcohol. You get 1 degree alcohol. In most of the cases, when cyclic ether reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get primary alcohol. But remember it, the formation of primary alcohol depends on the structure of ether. If ether contains CH2 group, you get primary alcohol. If ether does not contain CH2 group, say the hydrogen atom, one hydrogen atom is replaced by methyl group, you do not get primary alcohol, okay? You get primary alcohol only if the ether contains at least one CH2 group. Now see the mechanism of the reaction, okay? First see the mechanism. If you do not understand the mechanism, you cannot do the questions. There is a technique to remember the question, but this is very important, okay? Now see the mechanism. And then see the technique, how to do it. Listen here. OCH2, CH2, this first reacts with acid because the reaction takes place in presence of acids. Oxygen has lone pair of electron, you know that. So the hydrogen positive ion gets attached to the oxygen of ether, and thus you get OH positive. You get OH positive. Oxonium ion is formed, okay? This is oxonium ion. Oxonium ion is formed. Oxonium ion. As you know that oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so oxygen cannot be positive charge. That's why oxygen attracts electron. As it is symmetrical, oxygen attracts from any carbon atom, say electron attracts. So the bond breaks. The bond breaks. And you get CH2 OH, it becomes neutralized as it takes electron from this carbon atom. This CH2 becomes positive charge. So remember it, when a cyclic ether reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get carbocation. You get carbocation, okay? Carbocation is formed. Now the reaction takes place. Now Grignard reagent reacts. Okay. Now Grignard reagent reacts. CH3MgCl. You know that whenever Grignard reagent breaks, when Grignard reagent breaks, the carbon, as it is more electronegative than magnesium, becomes negative charge, and magnesium becomes positive charge, and magnesium becomes positive charge. Okay. Now the reaction takes place, and directly you can write the product. It attached with here. Now you get the product CH2OH here, CH2 CH3 plus Mg combines with OH of water, chloride. So this is a main product. Methyl ethyl propyl alcohol or propanol. You get propanol here. Okay. Methyl ethyl propyl alcohol or propanol. So listen now. Mainly during the reaction of cyclic ether with Grignard reagent, carbocation intermediate is formed, and you know that if the ether is unsymmetrical, here it is symmetrical, if the ether is unsymmetrical, then more stable carbocation is formed. Another thing is that, just listen the technique of the reaction, how to remember. Just break at any side. If you break, oxygen becomes negative charge, carbon becomes positive charge, and attach the methyl group here and magnesium here, and then again the technique. Listen the technique. Okay, listen the technique, how to remember it. Just see here from this side, CH3 CH2, then CH2, and here O with oxygen, put hydrogen. This is the technique. Once again, see the technique to remember. Say, this is the question in your entrance exam. It reacts with any Grignard reagent, maybe chloride, bromide or iodide, acid hydrolysis. Just as it is symmetrical ether, break at any side. Whenever you break, carbon possesses positive charge, oxygen negative charge. Just break it. Now you know that it becomes negative, it becomes positive. So positive and negative ions are attracted by each other. So you get here, listen, CH3, CH2, CH2, O, and with oxygen, put hydrogen. So mechanism is not necessary here. Directly you can write it. But if it is unsymmetrical ether, what is the technique? Okay, listen, that's the very important question. If it is unsymmetrical ether, what is the technique? See the example 2. Okay, B example. If it is unsymmetrical ether, what is the technique? See the question. Because you know that during the reaction, carbocation is formed, and the carbocation which is formed should be stable. So that's the factor. For unsymmetrical ether, what happens? If you break here, it becomes positive charge. That is primary carbocation. If you break in this side, it becomes positive charge, that is secondary. So the probability, see the probability, if you break here, then you get like this. CH3 CH O negative and CH2 positive. That is 1 degree carbocation is formed. Listen, oxygen attracts the electron. Previously you see it. So oxygen negative charge, bond breaks, carbon positive. If the cleavage occurs in this side, this is the case 1, this is the case 2, this is case 1 and this is case 2. If the cleavage occurs in this side, this is second case, okay? So you get carbocation here. Now, or you get carbocation here. So CH3 CH positive and CH2O. Now tell me which carbocation is more stable. This is 2 degree carbocation. 2 degree carbocation. You know that if the carbon contains positive charge having CH2, that is primary, CH secondary and C tertiary. So can you tell me which carbocation is more stable? This carbocation is more stable. This is less stable. You know that the stability order of carbocation is tertiary, greater than secondary, greater than primary. So you get the product, main product from here, you never get it. So the product you get Grignard reagent and moisture. Directly the main product CH3 CH here, this. So it comes here CH3, so here CH2OH. This is the product you get it. This is the product you get it. So remember it, this is the very important exam question, okay? Very important. Now see the another examples, okay? See the another examples, you understand much more better. These are all previous years exam questions, okay, from different entrants. So see the another example, continuation example. See the another example. If it is like this, CH3COH CH3, this reacts with Grignard reagent. You can take any Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis. So directly for entrance, how do? This is again symmetrical ether. You see the carbons which are attached to oxygen contain same number of hydrogens. So symmetrical, break at any side. If you break oxygen negative, carbon positive, treat the Grignard reagent as negative, positive whenever you break it. So you know that oppositely charged ions are attracted by each other. So the product is CH3CH and OMgCl, and here CH2CH3, and this CH3 enters here, and now finally it reacts with moisture. Now break it. So put hydrogen here, okay, and you get the main product CH3CH OH CH3 plus byproduct MgOHCl. Magnesium hydroxychloride. It is magnesium hydroxychloride. So I think you understand it, okay? Now see the next questions. These are the chemical properties of Grignard reagent, and see direct very important, which are not there in CBSC but which are there in entrance. So see the reaction when formaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get primary alcohol. Do you know what is primary alcoholic group? If any alcohol contains CH2OH, this is primary alcohol. When acetaldehyde or any aldehyde, it may be aliphatic or aromatic, reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get secondary alcohol. This is secondary alcoholic group. Just remove one hydrogen atom. And if acetone or any ketone, reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get tertiary alcohol. How to write tertiary alcohol? Just write it. Remove another hydrogen from secondary alcohol. So remember only this. Don't try to remember the reactions, okay? Follow the technique. Formaldehyde 8CHO when reacts with any Grignard reagent, say the simplest Grignard reagent I have taken to understand the reaction, followed by acid hydrolysis. Though you know that primary alcohol, directly write primary alcoholic group. Follow the technique, directly write primary alcoholic group and just attach it, because carbon should possess tetravalency. So when formaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent methyl magnesium chloride, you get ethanol. Similarly, acetaldehyde or any aldehyde, say acetaldehyde, when reacts with any Grignard reagent, I have taken here simplest Grignard reagent, okay? Though you know that you get secondary alcohol, and also you know that carbon possesses tetravalency, this fulfill the valency of carbon by putting these groups. So when acetaldehyde, you know that this is acetaldehyde. When acetaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent, you get secondary alcohol. This is 2 propanol, 1, 2, 3, 2 propanol, or if you want to write the common name, it is isopropyl alcohol. If there are 3 carbon chains and at the middle anything, then this skeleton is called isopropyl. Iso comes from isomers. When acetone reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you know that this is acetone reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get tertiary alcohol, okay? You get tertiary alcohol. Now see this. How to write the product? Carbon possesses tetravalency, to fulfill the tetravalency of carbon by putting 1, 2 and 3 in all the hands, and you get it. It is tertiary butyl alcohol. It is tert butyl alcohol. So remember the technique. When formaldehyde reacts with any Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get primary alcohol. When acetaldehyde or any other aldehyde other than formaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get secondary alcohol. When acetone or any ketone reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get tertiary alcohol. Depending on this conception, see some very important previous year's questions which you have not covered in your CBSE exam, okay? So see the topics. Number A, format ester. These are all chemical reactions, okay? Format ester when react with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis. When format ester reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, you get aldehyde. Provided that the reaction has ratio 1:1. But when format ester reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis, if the ratio is 1:2, that is another molecule of Grignard reagent is used. Now, how to remember it? You know that aldehyde when reacts with Grignard reagent gives secondary alcohol that I have covered just now, okay? So you get the product secondary alcohol. This is very important exam question which you have not seen in CBSE board exam or ISC board or WB board. This is strictly for entrance, okay? So remember the technique, how to write it directly. Understand it. This is formic acid. Don't write understand at first, then write. This is formic acid. Whenever the hydrogen atom of formic acid is replaced by alkyl or aryl group, say it is replaced by ethyl group, so it is called ethyl formate. It is called ethyl formate. When it reacts with Grignard reagent, I am using simplest Grignard reagent here, okay? Followed by acid hydrolysis, directly write. You know that aldehyde is formed as the ratio is mentioned 1:1. So how to write? See the technique. First write the aldehyde group. First write the aldehyde group, and now the alkyl group comes from Grignard reagent. Remember it, the alkyl group comes from Grignard reagent. So you get acetaldehyde. So how to remember it? Whenever ester of formic acid, that is formic ester, reacts with Grignard reagent 1:1 ratio, then you get corresponding aldehyde of Grignard reagent. Corresponding aldehyde of Grignard reagent, that is the alkyl or aryl group enters from Grignard reagent. So right here the alkyl group of aldehyde comes from Grignard reagent. Here write the notes. The alkyl group of Grignard of aldehyde which is formed comes from Grignard reagent. Remember it. Now, if the reaction occurs in 1:2 ratio, see the ratio, that's a very important, okay? Then you know that the aldehyde which is formed reacts further with another molecule of Grignard reagent to form secondary alcohol. Previously I have covered any aldehyde when reacts with Grignard reagent followed by acid hydrolysis by secondary alcohol. So if the reaction I have seen in board entrance exam, okay, say this is the reaction, And another, this is the byproduct, no need to write. That's the byproduct, no need to write. That's the byproduct. This and this react to form a byproduct. Okay, no need to write here. Now this reacts with Grignard reagent, say methyl magnesium chloride 1:2 ratio, followed by hydrolysis. This is the previous year's entrance question. Okay, what is the product here? See the ratio. Remember it. At first, the corresponding aldehyde is formed. At first, one molecule of Grignard reagent, that is the first molecule of Grignard reagent reacts. Then you get aldehyde, acetaldehyde. You get the aldehyde of Grignard. So you get acetaldehyde. Now this acetaldehyde further reacts with another molecule of Grignard reagent, followed by acid hydrolysis, and thus you get, secondary alcohol is formed. How to write? Just this is secondary alcohol and put here CH3 is already here from aldehyde. Another CH3 comes from Grignard. So you get 2-propanol or propane 2-ol or isopropyl alcohol.